In the darkness of winter, a new threat was growing. Plotting, scheming, conspiring. Licking their lips like a pack of hungry rabid dogs. They look upon the champion as though he is wounded, as if this once king of the pack is now easy prey. But the champion is not spent. He is not conquered yet. There is still defiance in him. He is not ready to relinquish his mountaintop. A fight must ensue. Old foes circle. New rivals rise. Young, hungry challengers, all teeth and ambition. And so, into the Shark Tank he goes.
Some extra pressure on your back too. You need to keep it at the back of your mind. Is actually off the circuit, just like that motorcycle. The inside, it looks like she's about to make this one work. Up the inside, you played Didwell. Didwell set up ever so slightly, but no contact. Nice and clean at turn one.
Welcome back. We're at Snetterton again. It's round one of the 2026 season. We've got the bike back out. It's a rebranded from last year. We're not standard twins anymore, we're stock twins, but it's basically mini twins. But we're not allowed to say that. We've got 3 practice sessions today, and then qualifying race on Saturday, 2 races on Sunday. I've not ridden this since Donington Park, so today is the plank of wood bit from last year. Just get the riding done, get used to what the fuck I'm doing again, and catch up with some people throughout the day today, and then hopefully we'll have a great weekend. But it's felt like a really long winter for me. So yeah, today is just about relearning it. There's a few extra names floating around in our class, so it might be a bit extra spicy this year, we'll see. But yeah, we'll be out with the number 1 on for the first time in a little bit. Hi, big shout out to Adam over there. It's his first race weekend. Come over and furnish me and Mum with a nice little selection of hats with his racing name on. Good luck to him this weekend. I sort of remember what it was like to go racing for the first time. It's obviously a very nerve-wracking thing that we do. So hopefully he has a good weekend, no massive dramas. We're about to go out. We're about to go out in just less than an hour, 40 minutes, so I get to test out my new, for this year, lap timer. I've loaded the track onto it already. Loads of people have these, they're really common, so you've probably seen them before. It's completely new to me, but very cool bit of kit. I've never timed my laps in session before, so I'll get some real world feedback. I'm not going to have any onboards on because I'm not going to have any onboard cameras on because without the drift, which used to live in the nose cone, I've got the GoPro and the Insta. The GoPros are notoriously shit for battery life, and the Insta is pretty shit for memory life. So I'm just going to save all that stuff for tomorrow and not have any on board. So hopefully there's no dramatics that I miss by not having a camera on. But yeah, rowing a bit. Yeah, wobble around, see if we can get somewhere near the PB. So I've got something to build off for the rest of the weekend then. But yeah.
Anyway, that Blake's right now then.
Oh, hello.
How are we?
Look how happy you are with yourself then. You despicable human.
Looking forward to everyone else's distress.
This is just in case this doesn't make your vlog.
I'll comment on it, but there won't be video. I'm too busy.
Oh. Come off it! Right, I've done my first session now. Well, first session I actually took part in. I went out for my first session. I did one flying lap because all the fresh heat wrap on the exhaust started smoking a little bit. And I had somebody waving at me because they thought I was obviously spilling oil or on fire. So I did one lap from that session. Just done the second session, which is pretty good. Stuck in a group with like look at him. Stuck in a group that had like an F900, a couple of supers, and then Martin, who's a mini twin racer from Bemsey. Went around for most of the session. Not a fantastic lap times, not thrilled about it, but it was in a group, so I won't count it. We've got one more session today, so I don't think I'm actually anywhere near bothering this, which is really frustrating, but we'll sort of see. I have got a very less than good rear tyre in at the minute. I've got a fresh set for the morning, so hopefully there's some time in that as well. But yeah, it was good fun. I enjoyed riding the bike, just getting back into it after winter, isn't it? Last time I spun a lap on that was September, and I've only ridden enduro bike since then, which makes riding that feel really odd. So but yeah, there's some quick guys with us this year, so eating. Luscious. Fwah. Welcome back. We're at Snetterton for round 1 of the Stock Twins Championship in 2026. We're defending the number 1. Yeah, we got some quick guys with us this weekend, so it's a bit of a shark tank. Got a lot of quick riders from Bemsey, so don't think we'll be very near the front. But we've chipped some lap time off the PB in testing yesterday. Hopefully we'll chip a little bit more off it today and we'll have a good weekend. The weather's shown up. I don't know whether you can see from there, Mother. The sun is out. It's a glorious spring day. There's no wind in the sky. It's a bit fresh, but the forecast looks like for a good weekend of racing so far. So let's see what we can get up to. Right, we're out for qualifying in about an hour. I've put a sub 2:10 as my target. I managed to get down to a 2:13 for practice. So I don't know if I'm going to be getting my target time, but yeah, we'll see. I mean, I've got new tyres front and rear now. I've got a scrub in, which I'm notoriously really bad at doing, and then let's see if we can get at least a 2:13 from yesterday, and then I should hopefully get quicker in the race. But weather's pretty perfect. Good way to start a race meeting for the year, isn't it? Right, the most important new addition we've got for this year is the 13 Club. So we've got all these lovely people that have joined the 13 Club. So what we've done is we've picked some charities that do good things for animals, and if you donate your £13 to one of those chosen charities, you get your name on the board. We enter you in a raffle to win some prizes, which we did announce some prizes, but we're going to improve the prizes because we've raised quite a lot of money for animals now, which is really cool, so it's nice to see that. Mum's done a really nice job of designing this little bad boy for us, so this is home at the awning now. So thank you everyone that's donated some money to some animal charities to be in the 13 Club. It's a very cool thing. But
animal is the stink bird. The stink bird collects food in its crop and lets it ferment and has the odour like cow manure. The baby chicks have claws on the end of their wings to climb and get out of the way. Now he hasn't got any strength, so I can't say he's strong, going to be like a stink bird. He can't be like a stink bird, otherwise you're moving out the gazebo rather rapid. But what I can say is he has really striking looks. Nice blue around the eyes and a nice Mohican going on. Nice red on the wings. So go and be a stink bird and be striking out there.
qualified now. Got racing in about an hour. Qualifying was interesting. The BMWs that are in the class with us now have become a bit of a menace. There's one in particular that was doing me a bit of a nuisance, but did a 2:13.1 or 2:13.2 or something. Didn't quite match my time from free practice yesterday, but more or less the same place. And I felt with a bit of clear air I could have gone quicker. So got about an hour until we're out. Got the live stream for the first time. Pan to that, man. Look at that. So how cool is that? We actually feel like proper little pros now because we've got our own live stream. So just want to get some cool footage on that. That's a goal for the race, isn't it? Not much to do to the bike. Set some tyre pressures and we're out off doing that.
Stock Twins, who doesn't like F900s? I mean, this should be some great racing, and hopefully all three classes are able to intermingle a bit and we get some multi-class action out there as well. Arrowsmith, though, from pole position, I mean, you're looking at 2 seconds quicker than anybody else out there on his best lap. It's looking good for him on paper coming into this one, but, you know, we said it before, we'll continue to say it again. It's one thing to be quick over one lap, it's another thing to be fast across the course of a race, even though it is a very short 7-lap affair here in the opening race of the season for these guys. But still should be very interesting. A lot of riders out there with very, very tight times, a lot of 207s, some 209s, and then when we start getting into the mid-210s category as well, so 213, 14, 15, lots of riders were in that bracket during the qualifying session. So as they do make their way to the grid to get this thing going, it should be some action-packed racing in store for us.
Makuza looks up the inside now on the 36 and able to make that one work, and also some ground made up from Noah Gilray. So the 41 now up into P8 overall, and that is going to be the top stock twin runner.
front of our stock twin category. As you said, Lewis, Noah Guillory, P8 overall. Aidan Cook is second in P11. Third place is the 54 down in P14 as they came to the line. That's Tobias Laturco. That's the current order as it stands in the stock twin trophy category. And as they push their way through the bomb hole, everybody's starting to spread out just a little bit. Still some big clumps of riders, still big battles, and still all the different classes, all the different bikes fighting with each other as well.
Yeah, Tobias Laturco, great to see him out on circuit. The Laturco family, a big weekend. Tobias recently just got his ACU license and now got out on circuit and definitely putting in some respectable times, especially in category. Third in class at the moment for the 54. We'll wait and see where he finishes in that one, though, of course, in the stock twin class.
Very good effort and looking to pick up a very nice win at the end of this one. Still plenty of battles all throughout.
Yeah, plenty of battles further down the order. Blake Didwell, your reigning champion in the stock twin category. He's continuing to run out on circuit. Currently running P15 overall, but that's P4 in class. So Blake Didwell with the #1 plate this year. Big honour has been able to use the #1. Some extra pressure on your back too. You need to keep it at the back of your mind. As actually off the circuit, just had that looks like Laturco. Somehow though, he's managed to keep that one upright. So ran off the curb onto the grass and still continuing out. Ian Chun as well, just over the line. He comes on the 222. You can see him coming through the picture as here is your battle. Some incredible stuff. Jamie Hanks Elliott also involved in this one and looking for a move up the inside. It looks like she's going to make this one work. Up the inside of the Blake Didwell. Didwell set up ever so slightly, but no contact. Nice and clean at turn 1.
The latter half of this race. Arrowsmith's lead ahead of McLeod now up to 7.9. His own advantage over Coughlin in P3 overall 6.9. So those gaps at the front continue to extend, although Coughlin and Garside are still fighting for the final podium places in the Track Dyadic Super Twin Trophy class. So still very close there and still close racing all over the shop as well. Noah Guillory is doing a fantastic job on that 41 machine. He's got moving else there in the stock twins. Next to this is down in P11. He's flying out there as the 41. A really talented young rider is Guillory and showing us he's one to watch for the future here.
Yeah, we've seen all the way from mini bike days how fast No Guillory can be, and it looks like he's converting that into the big bikes as well. We've seen him a couple of times last year with us at No Limits. And well, Jamie Hanks Elliott, she's not letting up just yet. Of course, super experienced in her own right. She's done some racing in the World WCR and the Women's Circuit Racing World Championship. And now, well, this year it looks like focusing here with us at No Limits and some British Championship stuff. Laturco, though, after that moment last time around, he did lose a few places, but he's not exactly lost all hopes. He's still in the back of that group and still within striking distance with a few laps remaining. It's not over yet for the Brazilian family, for the Brazilian rider. Of course, Ralph Laturco, his father, also racing this weekend on board the Superbike, on board the Kawasaki, but his son on the stock twin. As now we round out the final corner yet again, no dramas this time, and we head on to lap 6 out of 7.
Yeah, keeping it on the black stuff this time. I mean, to be fair, it was incredible bike control from Laturco when he did go off to stay on 2 wheels. It may have cost him time, but better get cost of time than be on the floor, I suppose. Yeah, this time keeps it nice and clean and keeps pushing onwards as we continue to make our way around. That is the gap currently between Arrowsmith and McLeod. 10.8 seconds. Again, doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things, both in separate classes, but first and second. How quick Arrowsmith is at the moment even though McLeod himself having a phenomenal ride and a phenomenal race on that BMW F900R machinery. So they'll continue to push round. It'll be penultimate lap of the race. The next time they break the timing beam, and that is a big off on the
and that's
run down into
Aerosmith.
Rundle, and that is the overall race leader as well. Aerosmith goes down heavy. It will at least be waved yellow flags. The bike in pieces. And we wait to see if he's okay. He is moving on the floor, but we'll continue onwards anyway. But a huge crash for our race leader as he drops the front.
Red flag now coming out. Lewis Aerosmith up on his feet, which is some positive signs, but red flag coming out as he gets seen to by the marshals. So of course safety being paramount as always here at No Limits. And
got third, had a really good battle in that one. Me and Enzo swapping places for quite a lot of the race. Red flagged it on lap 5 though, because we had Lewis Aerosmith, Tommy and Scott DNF. Scott was a staller on the line, which was a bit hairy. Bikes had to split to go around him. So I was on a row with Josh, who I presume split left, and I never saw him all race, which I was surprised by. See, my first flying lap was a 2:11, so I knew I was going on a good pace. Messed up a couple of corners and Enzo come through, but I was able to follow him and make a move. So he was actually in front of me when the red flag came out, but they rolled it back to the lap before. So a plastic pot for the collection and a way better result than I thought I was going to get from the Shark Tank entries this weekend. So. Right, so I'm just off to get a sports massage with Beth at Bionic Rehab. So hopefully she's going to beat me with a stick. So it's a nice little professional setup in here. And you're going to beat me with a stick or something, aren't you?
Yeah.
So what are we doing today?
So doing sports massage,
Yeah.
guessing.
My back and shoulders are
Back,
fucked.
yeah, it's always on back and shoulders for riders.
Cool. So you can come and see Beth. You're going to do that every round, aren't you?
Yeah.
I'll stick them up there. And then I'll let you know in a minute if it helps, but I'm sure it will. A pacemaker. I am the pacemaker. Right, Beth has just sorted me out. I feel like a new man. She's basically just called me a BSB rider, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So if you're ever at any No Limits rounds, come and see Beth. I'm basically gonna immediately get in my PB now. So you looked after me, but. Alright, day 2 at Snetterton now, day 2 in the Shark Tank. We've got 2 races today. They're both 9-lappers, so we've got a bit longer. We didn't even do the full 7 laps yesterday, so the most laps anyone that's done all weekend is 6 laps in the practice session. So some fatigue might come in for some riders, we never know. But we've scraped a lot off the lap time, which I'm very happy about. We've got down to 2:11s. Noah, who won the race, got down to a 2:07 though, so now the goalposts have just been moved. So we've got to find. I still want the sub 2:10. 2:10 is the target on the board, so we still got a second and a half or whatever to get down to the target, which I'm not sure we'll do. The sun hasn't quite come out yet. I don't know whether you can quite see from there. It's still a bit cloudy. It's still a bit fresh, but we have got 2 hours until we're out, or just shy of 2 hours until we're out. So hopefully the sun breaks through and the track's there for some good lap times. But probably going to end up continuing the battle with Enzo from yesterday, which was really good. It was cut short for the red flag, but we're next to each other on the grid. So hopefully some more battles and some good lap times. Right, just warming the beast up. Got the live stream on the go. The sun is trying its best to come out. Hopefully another good day's worth of racing coming up.
Run you through the grid and how it's going to be going. Lewis Arrowsmith starts from pole position, Kenneth McLeod and Ryan Garside alongside. Row 2 is John Coughlin, Noah Guillory, who had a really strong day yesterday, and Fraser Much. Liam Kirk is 7th with Charlotte Macuso in P8 and Chris Taylor in 9th. Ryan Arnold is a 10th alongside Ian Tune and Alex Cook. Then it's Alex Tufnell, Jamie Hanks Elliott and Danny Cartwright. Rory Creeth is 16th with Blake Didwell 17th and Enzo Tobias Laturco in P18. Martin Siggins is alongside Joshua Crisp and Ben Rainbow. Then it's Christian Johnson, Lewis Cox and George Dudson. Polly Richardson is 25th alongside Callum Wren and Mark Felton. Then it's Isabel Carter, Anthony Cartwright and Harry Sheehan. Scott Page is 31st alongside Tommy Phillips and Thomas Cawthorne West. And our final row on the grid, row 13, Archie White, Alex Vella and Kieran Nicholson. And then actually just behind them as well is John Carpenter.
actually, it seems like we might have a red flag for this race. So red flag, lap 8 of 9, and that looks like, with it being so far in, that should be called a result. But race control bringing the end to the action so far, and that might just bring us over to our lunch break. So the red flag coming out.
Yeah, not entirely sure what's happened there. We'll let you know as soon as we know what's going on. And if there's been an incident, and there has been quite a big one, riders up, which is the main thing.
Extinguisher out though, so yeah, the marshals just need to get control of the situation there. You can see the smoke, but cannot quite see a number out there on circuit. Obviously, when we know, we'll let you know up here in the commentary box. But yeah, it does look like Noah Gilroy, in terms of the levers, he's able to walk away from the incident. Speaking to the marshal straight away, you can see the airbag has went off inside his suit, but luckily up on his feet, and that's the important thing. Obviously, we don't quite know if it's one bike or two bikes out there, but yeah, Noah Gilroy anyway up on his feet.
Third, second. Oh, beautiful. And Enzo just got his first win. So we had a red flag. Yeah. How many laps did we do it now? Was it 6 or 7? It felt a while. We had a red flag again, so that's 2 races in a row we've had a red flag. And this little bastard managed to get his first win. We had a good little race for it again, but yeah. Right, race 2. What do we say about race 2? Got a good launch. Got a very good launch. Got in front of Alex. Noah was still off in the distance. Got in front of Alex for most of the first lap. He come past me at the end of the lap. So I was running in third for the first like 4 laps. Didn't see another wheel from behind. The gap to the bikes in front grew. A couple of Supers and BMWs come through and edged away. Thought I was in a very lonely race. Turns out I had Enzo up my chuff for all of it. So he come past me into turn 1. So I thought I knew I had a race on my hand. I made a few small mistakes where I was in no man's land, and I sort of got a bit complacent and calmed down a little bit. As soon as he come back, come past me, I was back up to racing speed and chasing him down. Unfortunately, we had Alex's engine expired on the second lap, which I didn't know. I saw a bike pull off of the side of the track, but I didn't look over to see who it was. And then on lap 8 of the 9-lap race, Noah's engine expired and caused him to have a pretty nasty accident. So me and Enzo were actually battling for the win, which I didn't know at the time. I still thought it was for 3rd or maybe even 4th. I wasn't too sure. Red flag came out and they rolled it back to the lap before when Enzo had just pit me to the line. So the long and short of that is that Enzo in his second ever race has won it, and I got a P2, so another plastic pot for the collection, so I'm not grumpy about that at all. This is going to be the bane of my existence now, because my ideal on my lap timer is a 2:10.5 and I managed a 2:11.5, so even if I hit my ideal I've still got half a second to find, which is annoying. But how's your weekend going?
Yeah, it's going well.
Excellent, thank you. Tried to streamline it for means of quick packing for the drive home. But chocolate, chill, got a trophy. It'd be nice to add another one to it. I don't know who out of the lads is going to make it back out. See, Alex and Noah had an engine expire, so hopefully they're both back out. But I know if it was me with an engine expire, I wouldn't be back out, so I won't hold my breath on them. But yeah, so far so good. Right, we've got race 3 of the weekend, last race of the day, last race of round 1 coming up in about an hour or so. We are starting in front of Callum, behind Josh, behind Alex and behind Noah, but I don't think Noah's making it out, so we'll see. Yeah, Josh is literally the position in front of me, so we're in a podium battle straight after lights out, so see how we get on.
But Lewis Ayersmith, number 14, sits in pole position for this one alongside Kenneth McLeod and John Collum in second and third. Ryan Garside starts from P4 in his bright green Kawasaki ER650, with Scott Page and Alex Vela starting 5th and 6th. Liam Kirk, Fraser Much and Charles Marcuso go from 7th, 8th and 9th as Ryan Arnold rounds out our top 10. Now, late short to the grid there, but he should still be able to start in P11. Ian Chun on the Triple 2 Aprilia. He starts alongside the likes of Danny Cartwright, I should say, in P12. Noah Gilroy starts from P13 alongside Jamie Hanks Elliott, who's had a solid weekend so far. Chris Taylor, though, rounds out our top 15 as Alex Cook, Alex Tufnell and Joshua Crisp round out our top 18 runners. Enzo Loturco as well, of course, plenty of experience from his dad. He's been getting plenty of advice from his dad this weekend. He goes from 19th alongside the reigning stock champion Blake Didwell in 20th. Callum Wren, of course, Didwell's rival from last season, goes from P21 with Isabel Carter starting in 22nd. Louisa Benny goes from 23rd after a late switch of classes today due to mechanical issues, and now she's on a stock motor, with Lewis Cox starting P24. George Dudson, Christopher Johnson and Ben Rainbow go from P25, 26th and 27th. Polly Richardson starts from 28th alongside Tommy Phillips and Max Felton, as Henry Sheeman and Martin Sigand haven't set a lap just yet. Neither has Cartwright or Cawthorne West, so hopefully they can make the start as well further down the order, because no lap times were set earlier on, which is why they've been set all the way to the back. But
spoils of race 3. Hey, that's quite cool, isn't it? Had a good little battle with Alex in that one. The first few laps were a bit lonely, and then he caught me up and passed me, and then Enzo come through again. But yeah, managed to get in front of Alex for a little bit. He didn't bugger off like he did in the previous one, so going in the right direction. What was my time, man? Was it a low, like a 209 what? I managed to do a sub 210, which was my goal on the board, which I thought after the race earlier I wasn't going to do, but so just a 209. But look at that, three trophies. Did my target lap time, so I can't really ask for much more than that for an opening weekend, can you? The weather's been fantastic. The company's been good. Good first weekend, my mate.